that we are talking about today. Okay, problems, characters that could be real. This character, by the way, is Owen Birnbaum. It's just that now you have a bunch of friends and you and Zelda are getting along, so everything is fine, right? Well, things are not fine for me, in case you haven't noticed. Things are pretty lousy, if you want to know the truth. I'm the butt of everyone's jokes. Someone is helping themselves to my lunch, and Mr. Woolley is going to humiliate me in front of the entire class, yet again. I knew what she was going to say, that even if the murderer was caught, people were not going to stop making fun of me, that I would still be 57% fatter than the average American 12-year-old. Okay, so in this story, Owen, 12-year-old boy, overweight. These are issues that we have in our world. He's being humiliated not only by students, but by a teacher. And these are things that definitely happen and exist in our world today. Okay, so realistic fiction. Let's go to historical fiction. All right, so historical fiction, again, made up by an author that probably is interested in history in some way. And this author might actually do some research about the event that actually occurred in history. However, this person's going to be super creative and come up with a character and a problem and a setting based around this true story. Okay, so that's what makes it made up. Oftentimes, it's centered around a war, Civil War, Revolutionary War, World War II, major events that might have happened, the Titanic, the sinking of the Titanic. These are stories that are pulled into historical fiction. And we actually like reading these because it's a great way to learn about history. It teaches us history without actually reading a history book. I'm going to show you, I have a little clip here, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, which I think a lot of us have heard of. This is a book that actually they turned into a movie. I'm going to show you the clip, and I want you to look for hints what would make this historical fiction. Okay?
I know it's hard, but we're all having to say goodbye to our friends for the time being.
Moving? Where to?
The thing about being a soldier is that if your country needs you to go somewhere, you go. Think of it as an adventure, like in one of your books.
Children, look. I'm home.
What are you doing? Exploring! No, off the back!
Hello. How old are you? 8. Me too. Why do you wear pajamas all day? The soldiers. They took all our clothes away. My dad's a soldier, but not the sort that takes people's clothes away. That one there, see there. This one. No, that one. No. It's a work camp. They're in there because they're the enemy. The enemy?
All you need to know about my work here at Bruno is that it's very important to our country. The work your father is doing here is history in the making.
Is everything alright? We can't find the path.
I'm a soldier. Soldiers fight wars.
That isn't war!
It's a vital part of it.
We're not supposed to be friends, you and me. We're meant to be enemies.
super imaginative, creative author. These authors, I don't even know how they do it. They come up with amazing storylines. Their characters are often unrealistic. Their settings are unrealistic. Their problems could even be unrealistic. From everything, a girl who could fly. We don't have that in our world today. That does not exist. That's what makes it fantasy. Settings, you know, a school that you have to go through a brick wall at a train station to get to. Those are all parts that make this very unrealistic. Okay? Problems, looking at Tuck Everlasting. If you've ever read that story, they have a choice to drink from a well that makes them live forever. If we had that, wonder how many people would take that opportunity. Okay, so fantasy. Completely unrealistic, could never happen in real life. Science fiction. Alright, so this genre is made up by an author who probably has curiosity of the future in some way and wondering what it will hold. So oftentimes these stories use advanced science and technology, and they take place in our future. And that's a good way that we can tell that these stories are science fiction. I have one more clip here to show you, The Giver by Lois Lowry. And this is actually turned into a movie as well, a little bit shorter than the previous clip. And we're going to look here for those similar signs. How can we tell it takes place in the future? Does it use advanced science? Does it use advanced technology?
From great suffering, great pain, came a solution. Communities, where disorder became harmony.
The way things look and the way things are very different.
What do you think would happen if you skipped your morning injection?
I cannot prepare you for what's going to happen.
There's something missing from our lives. Something that has been stolen.
When people have the freedom to choose, they choose wrong.
Okay, it's a pretty cool clip. Definitely tell that was science fiction. Daily injections. We do not get daily injections. All of us. Everyday experience. That hovercraft thing that was in the air, pulled that person right up to it. That doesn't exist in our world. Not saying it couldn't at some point, but it doesn't yet exist, and that's what makes it science fiction. Okay. So, last genre here, nonfiction, informational. These stories are all true. True. Real facts, real people, real information. They often include photographs and captions to help share the story. And oftentimes the clues you can look for, autobiography, biographies, instruction manuals, memoirs. These all help us determine if something is nonfiction or not. I actually brought this book, awesome story, called Trapped. This is the story of 33 miners that were trapped in the Chilean desert underground for 2 months. And they survived. All 33 of them survived. And so I wanted to show you kind of what nonfiction looks like, because sometimes we men to come out, they have to wear sunglasses because they're so used to the darkness that it would really harm their eyes if they came out without the sunglasses on. Okay? And which is an excerpt of this non-fictional story. I like it so much. Okay, so this is when the men were below and they're really kind of struggling with if they're going to survive or not. So by the end of the first week, the food ration was reduced. At first, they had enjoyed the luxury of a bite of tuna every 12 hours, but that was quickly changed to once every 24. By the 9th day, a single capful came every 36 hours. Gomez led them in prayer, but they were suffering. They were hot, dirty, sick, starving, and hearing the drillings above them gnawing at the rock only confirmed how desperate their situation was, since no one seemed to know where to find them. So that's a little example of nonfiction track. I have a bunch of copies in my room if any of you would like to check this story out. Okay, so those are our 5 genres that we are studying that you need to become very familiar with. Congratulations, you have